If you are a light worker and you feel something is holding you back, you are afraid to step into your gifts, you are afraid to step into your potential, and yet everything inside of you is yearning to do just that, then this video is for you. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sylvia Salo and I help lightworkers, starseeds and priestesses to remember who they are, to step into their highest potential and to channel their gifts to create a life they desire. And today I want to talk about the deepest wound on the soul level that I have kept seeing as a soul healer and a teacher and a founder of the Mystery School of Remembrance, where I've been working privately with hundreds of souls on healing those themes from different lifetimes. And the thing that I keep seeing over and over again in different forms with different intensity, but it's always very intense intensity regardless, is the misuse of power. So those are the moments when you have misused your power in your past lives, intentionally or not. Or someone misused their power and you suffered negative consequences. There was typically some lifetime, especially during the past golden ages, where you were using your gifts as a maybe priest or a priestess, as a healer, as a guide for people, maybe as a ruler, a king, a pharaoh. There was some lifetime where you were in a leadership position or you were truly using your gifts to help other people. And at some point, you may have misused your power. As I said, it can happen unintentionally. Sometimes it happens very intentionally. It depends on which spectrum the soul is. So what I keep seeing is like, if you imagine that here is like the dark, here in the middle it's neutral, and here is the light. Some souls are more in the light. And then if they misuse the power, it happens very unintentionally. Or it's more like people around them misuse their teachings. Then if it's the soul is like neutral and can go equally into the light or into the dark, but not too extreme light or too extreme dark, these are usually amazing healers of the physical body, energetic healers, shamans, magicians, these types of souls. Then they usually misuse their power, and in most cases consciously. And then of course we have those other souls, but I'm not really working with them, so I cannot comment on that. But what is happening is that in one of those lifetimes, when you were in some kind of position, situation, where you had influence on other people, where you were creating some kind of impact, usually using your soul gifts, something went wrong. As I said, it could have been because of someone else, or it could have been because of the time when that lifetime happened. We were falling in that collective consciousness, and maybe you were just incarnated at that moment. And then no matter what you would have done differently, it still would have similar consequences. Or you could have misused your power directly by not really understanding it. Why this is the deepest wound? Because if you have it, then subconsciously you don't let yourself step into your power in this life. Subconsciously you are not really using your spiritual gifts. You are hiding. You don't want to be visible. You sabotage yourself. You want to step into your potential, but not really. There's this kind of like, you feel you are standing at the edge of something and you want to go deeper, but you just can't. You keep sitting at the edge, not sure. Am I going back? Am I going back to my old life? But I cannot. Am I moving forward? But I cannot. What's going on? These things, these energetics come from those different lifetimes where some kind of misuse of power took place. And this needs to be healed, because if you look at it objectively, at least from my perspective, objectively, I think that most of the problems we've ever had on our planet comes from not understanding what power is and what it means. This creates the deepest wounding for the individuals and on the collective level. Why? Because we are supposed to understand that this power that we talk about, it's not like me, I am powerful. No. This power is an emanation of source consciousness. It's one of the universal forces that keeps things in balance. It keeps them in check. If there is too much of something and it's like, outgrown, it's going to regulate it. It's going to bring it back into balance. If there is too little of something, it's going to support it. And what we have to do is to find a correct relationship to power. It doesn't mean we are power. There's no equal there. We often, because this is when people go into the ego around it, they think, I am powerful. No, what you are doing is you are learning to find a correct relationship to this universal force that we call power, and channel it correctly by understanding it to create something meaningful, to create something uplifting for yourself and other people, to be a good steward of that energy. And also not go into the other extreme and be hiding from it. You need to understand yourself. When you understand who you truly are on that soul deep level, you will also learn to truly trust yourself. You will learn to trust your gifts. You will learn to trust the universe to guide you. And you will learn how to use that power in a correct way. This is something that we all have to master and understand. It's one of the higher initiations. It's not like for the beginners. But we can misuse that power at any point, obviously. And so here we have to understand that Christ principle, Christ consciousness, or the solar principle, it's one and the same. You are supposed to find balance between different universal forces. You are not any of those universal forces. You are not equal to power, you are not equal to love, you are not equal to mind, you are not equal to rulership and leadership. You are not equal to any of it. But you are in the middle of all of them. And you are supposed to understand how to stay in the center, how to stay in the middle, and how to develop a correct relationship to those universal forces so they can operate through you. And through you, and together with your unique soul's energy, create something that brings the ages forward, something that helps other people, something also that heals you, because obviously if you are not healed, then how can you stay in the center, right? So if you have this kind of wounding from past life around power, then you will always feel like you are not stepping into your potential. You are hiding, you are not saying what you truly want. You are perhaps creating subconsciously some kind of distraction from your potential. You are focusing on wrong things, you are sabotaging yourself. All these kind of nuances and patterns come from it. And maybe you know it, that you are afraid of potentially misusing your power. Maybe some of you have that remembrance from past lives. You maybe don't know the specifics of what happened, but you know there is something and you don't trust yourself. The solution isn't to look away from all this and pretend it's not there. The solution is to go into it, to understand it, to heal, to face it. Take your time. You don't have to heal this in a matter of a day. I actually think that this wound takes the longest time to heal, at least from what I could see in other people. But you are consciously on the journey, and this is what counts. Because you cannot let something that happened in the previous golden ages or thousands of years ago to make you sabotage your current life, to prevent you from stepping into your potential in this life. You want to work with it, there needs to be some kind of evolution, there needs to be some healing and growth. So I really invite you to look deep into it. And because this is such a big topic, it's like you will look at it from different angles. What you always want to do is to understand what happened in your past lives and to really bring that healing there. It's not just to see it, you need to integrate it, you need to heal it. There's a huge work that happens after knowing what happened. I think it's even more important than knowing what happened. That integration is really what helps to help you to find the balance and healing. And so look at your past lives, look at your relationship in general when it comes to power. Look at the places when you are not in your power. And if you want something deeper, I definitely look at this and work with this in my all mystery school levels, especially in the Lightworker healing and spiritual leadership programs. But they truly are through all those levels because this is such a profound topic, and I have never met a person who wouldn't have to look at this, who wouldn't have to do some healing there. So if you want guidance, you can also check out my Mystery School of Remembrance on my website. You can check the Lightworker healing, and it's a great place to start. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share and subscribe. And I see you next time.